what's up, YouTube? This is King Geo in the house. I want to say thank you to those who have subscribed and those who have not subscribed. Please do so. Well, I was doing my live and I came up with something that's very interesting. As you well know, um, the House of U.S. Representative Louis Gemhart came close to infecting, or we never know, but let's just say he did, came close to aborting Air Force One and giving COVID to the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and because he came out positive yesterday for COVID-19. Now this is a man he's a representative of Texas who doesn't believe in masks. He was a former judge. I don't know how he became a judge, but he believes that you shouldn't be wearing masks. He believes that you're infringing the rights of people by you telling them to wear a mask. So he said he says he's not going to wear his mask religiously, but as he's saying that, he also said that he is that one way that he got the COVID maybe was because he was playing with his mask, and he was putting it on. Maybe he touched something and it touched him, and that's how he got COVID. He said he believes that if he didn't wear the mask, he wouldn't have gotten COVID-19. He believes that had he not, if he wasn't wearing a mask, he would have got COVID-19. That's what he says. And he's a judge. He went to school for 7 years of college to come up with that mentality. So, with that being said, Attorney General Barr was given the test, and this test came back in a day. He got tested the day before yesterday, and yesterday it's already 12 o'clock today, and yesterday his test results came back negative. One day, guys, it takes them 1 day to do the president and attorney general, but it takes a regular citizen days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days to get the results back, because they're the creme of the world, right? Because their lives are more important than yours and mine. Isn't that something? And then you have Donald Trump going to Texas with no mask, with nothing. And he promotes that doctor that says hydrochloroquine is good. Hydrochloroquine is it's safe, it's secure, right? Well, the one thing that caught me about Donald Trump was that when no one asked him, and he said, I don't know the lady, I don't know where she's from, I don't know what country she's from. Nobody asked you that. But he put it out there. That to me tells me that he knows who she is, or she knows of her, and that his party went to her and said, listen, or someone in the Republican Party said, listen, we need you to beef up hydrochloroquine. And I say this because if you Google this and it's a fact, the co-owner or the co-founder of Home Depot was on report, and you can look it up, and where he said that we want the president to intervene so we can circumvent the FDA's protocol and do hydrochloroquine quick, because me and my partners, we have 130 factories that can produce hydrochloroquine like this. Even though hydrochloroquine is cheap as it is now, they want to produce it because why? Because they have something behind it. That's why Donald Trump promoted it. What president do you know has promoted any form of drug that is good for you? No president, because that's not his job to promote any medication. That's the Center for Disease Control to do. That's the head of the National Institute of Health to do. That's for a doctor, a scientist who went to school to do. Not the president of the United States. That's not his job. He's not a doctor, but he knows people that by making hydrochloroquine, that's going to benefit, that's going to make their pockets richer. And that's not me saying this, it's a fact. Just look it up. So I was looking at the numbers today, and it's kind of, it shocks me. It shocks me that these numbers keep going up. If you look a few months ago, Italy was up here. Italy has lost over 35,000 people. Brazil is going to that way. But Italy, Europe is up here. Italy was up here. Other countries that were with Italy were up there in the masses. And if you look at them, they were up here. Now they're taking that dive. We're not doing that. We're going the opposite way. And mind you, Italy did lock down. If you look, for all you people who are saying that masks don't work, Look at those people. Look at those countries where they use masks, and it worked, and their rates and their infection rate has gone down, has declined, where ours has keep going up and up and up and up, because we have that mentality. And I'm not going to say we, because I'm not part of this group. I don't think that way. I think scientifically way, and I think in the mature way. I don't think that by me putting on a mask is violating my rights. I don't think that by me wanting to be healthy is violating my rights. I don't believe that by me not wanting to spread the virus to you if I had it is not right. Because we could be asymptomatics. We don't know. And we pass it on to someone else. God forbid I go to Puerto Rico and I cough or whatever it can be, and I pass COVID to my mom. My mom would die because my mom has COPD. My mom's lung function is at 55% capacity. So I would infect my mom because I didn't want to wear my mask. It's not saying wearing your mask can prevent, but it helps. It's scientifically shown that it reduces the chances of you transmitting the disease to someone else, because the mask will help you. So that's it's common sense. You got to take away that this idea that what the government is trying to tell you is, be safe. Wear your mask. I mean, did you see the Chinese? They bitch even though they bitch. Did the Italians bitch? Oh no, this is my right. No, they didn't bitch. But we're the only one country that bitches about it. Oh no, you're infringing on my rights. I'm not gonna wear that. The coronavirus is this. Well, I don't know nobody that has the coronavirus, so it must be fake. But I guarantee you, if people were dropping off by flies and the death rate was higher than what it is now, and every day there was 1 million people dying, because we only have 330 million people on the United States. So if we have, let's think about it this way: if we had 1 million people die per day in the United States, that means in a year we would have been wiped off, because there's 365 days in a year. That's 1 million people a year. Was 1 million person a year per year. I mean per day. So that means at the end of the year, by the end of the year, we'll be wiped out. And I guarantee you, people will wear masks. But since the people are believing and saying, okay, we only have 4 million people that had COVID, and only have 150,000 people that have died. That's nothing. Yes, it is something, because there's 150,000 people that lost their lives. These are not numbers, people. These are not numbers that you can just say, you know what, we're just going to make this, we're going to take this number and we're going to put it here, because this number of death is nothing to the number of people who have gotten COVID, or number of people who have recovered from COVID. Maybe half of them have recovered from COVID. That's not the way you're supposed to look at it. You're supposed to look at that 150 people have died. 150 mothers, 150 fathers, 150 sons, 150,000 daughters, someone's wife, someone's husband, someone's son died. That's not a number. Those are people. So for you to say the death rate is not that high, that's being selfish. That's not even having any empathy for your human being brother, for your next brother, for anybody. I wear my mask because I don't know if I can pass it on to somebody. I wear masks to protect myself, the person who I don't know, who I'm passing through, and to protect myself also, because I have my condition. So everybody knows what I have. So but the point is that you have to take consideration that we share this planet together. You can't go around thinking, because Donald Trump, I guarantee you that if he wore his mask every day, everybody would wear his mask. Well, if Donald's wearing a mask, so let's wear it too. See, and he's so incompetent that he doesn't see, what? Everybody else is going down and we keep going up. So let's take this down. Let's close the country down. We'll give them money. We'll make sure that the mortgages are paid. We'll make sure that the rent is paid. We'll make sure that the lights is paid. We'll make sure that everything is paid until this calms down. Because we have to lower this down. But they don't do that, because he's thinking, I want my money. I want the economy. The economy's not going to be up, but it's not going to be up anytime soon. Just give you some numbers, guys. Yesterday, there were 74,852 positive cases. That was yesterday. The day before yesterday, 57,313 people have died. We're July 30th, by the way. So yesterday means yesterday, and yesterday means the day before that, which was the 28th. So yesterday, the 29th, there were 74,852 people who came out positive with COVID. On the 28th of July, 2020, 57,313 people tested positive for COVID. Yesterday, July 29th, 1,450 people died. The day before, July 28th, 1,202 people have died that day. So by me looking at this number, there's 4.4 million people in the United States alone. We lead the world in death. So by these numbers that I'm looking at, this is what I think the country wants to do. I think this is what the president and his people are trying to do. What does that say? Herd immunity. So for those who don't know what herd immunity means, is that you try to infect, or the concept of it is that more than half of your country's population gets infected with some form of disease or virus that is going on in that area. And the concept is that if 60% of the people catches that virus or disease and they develop antibodies, so in them there's no way that they can keep on passing it because half the population has already gotten, the other half hasn't. So if this half have gotten and this half gotten, so there's no way this half can infect this half. That's the way herd immunity works. Well, that's the concept of herd immunity. It's a herd immunity. I don't think has been tried before, but that's the concept that they're trying. Some country have tried to do, and that's why I think Donald Trump and his goons are trying to do. They're trying to do herd immunity because they don't want to spend money. They don't want to do anything, and they're just trying to get as many people as infected as possible, so they don't have to come out with this, because they're fighting now over $1,200 to give to people. Fighting over giving people $600 a week because they're making more money. Some people are making more money not working than we are working. But what the Republicans don't fail to realize is that some of those people that are making $600 a week are making more unemployed than they're employed. When they go back, when this all is over and done with, they got no jobs to go to. Some of them, the majority, got no jobs to go to because either their jobs closed, their factory closed. So what they're going to do? Think about that. So it makes to me that they're doing this herd immunity so this way most people get affected, and that's it, and we over and done with. You know, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I've seen it. Just by looking at these numbers alone, that's what I'm looking at. That this guy and his goons are trying to do herd immunity. And like I said, they bitch about $1,200. They bitch about $600. Man, these guys get paid regardless. The country could go bankrupt, and the House of Representatives, the senators, the governors, the mayors, they all still get paid. No matter what, they still get paid. You and I won't get paid if there was a lockdown, but they do. Right? So don't think about it. Don't think about the $600 later is alive and no. That's you got people who have worked all their lives, 20, 30 years, and they have to stop everything because of COVID. Now they're not getting that income. Now they have to be frugal in everything that they do. And then for you to deny them a certain amount of money, because come on, this is a country that prints money. You know, I just don't understand that. And this is what I think they're doing. I think they're doing herd immunity. And it's kind of sad. It really is. You know, people, wear your mask. Stop thinking that, my rights are being violated. If your rights are being violated, I'm sorry. But look, guys, this gets tiring and boring, or the same monotony. Just because redundant. So I want you guys and girls, or male or female, whatever the case may be, why don't you drop me down and let's do a live. And I want you to tell me, what is it that compels you to wear a mask? Where do you see your rights being ripped off? Where do you see that your rights are that you're being told, or that you're being manipulated, or that Bill Gates is going to put some chip on a vaccine so they can monitor you. Please, I want you people to tell me, why is this? Why do you have this mentality? Make me understand why it compels you to wear a mask. What's holding you back to wear a mask? It's just the same way. You have a child and the doctor, that child has cancer and went through chemotherapy, and the doctor says, you're going to take the child home, but you got to wear a mask when you're around him or her, because we don't want you to, to give the child an infection that can hurt him or her because the immune system is still weak. You would wear a mask, right? Because the doctor told you you can hurt this person. Your germs or whatever can kill this person. So the same thing here. So there's no difference. There is no difference. You're protecting. You don't know if you're asymptomatic, so you don't know if you have it. So if you know you don't have it, you don't pass it on to other people. Everybody's body reacts differently. There's no harm in doing this, bro. Wearing a mask. What's the harm in that? Where do you see that that's violating your rights? Where? It's because the American people have become so selfish over the years, and they become like a robots, and they follow one mind, and they just go, okay, I'm gonna do it. He is right. No, that's not violating. You guys don't. Some of you guys don't even think with your own brains. You guys can't think at all. I respect your thoughts. I respect the way I respect your opinion, but it just gets me angry that some of you guys just go after. You follow Trump. You follow this person. You follow that person. You follow this person, but yet you don't have a mind of your own to follow yourself. Guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that button right there, and it'll let you know when I King Gio have uploaded a video. Like I said, guys and girls, write down. Let me know, King Gio. I will do a live with you, and I will tell you my opinion. I will tell you why this is violating my civil rights, why I feel that I shouldn't be wearing a mask, why I feel that you should be wearing a mask also. Comment below, let me know so I can put you in my live, and we'll talk about it, because I really do want to understand.